everybody. I'm Steph.
I'm Michael.
And today we're checking out Smash Up!
Smash Up!
The Disney edition.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
By the Op and AEG.
Yes. Well, AEG originated the Smash Up, and I'm sure that the Op got the licensing for Disney.
Yep.
Which I totally appreciate because I love Disney. I've been, a Disney fan forever. So it's fun to see my favorite Disney films in here, and I'm sure that they'll probably make extra expansions if your favorite movie isn't included here. But there's so many good choices. So.
Right, of course.
And if you're familiar with Smash Up, you can jump right in, but we will go over the rules.
So it plays from 2 to 4 players.
Yes.
And it comes with 8 different themes that you can smash up. So you're going to take all of the cards from each of the decks and smash up 2 of them together. For example, Steph is playing Smash Up Frozen and Mulan.
Yes.
Frozen Mulan. Sounds like a drink. I'd like 1 Frozen Mulan, please. And I'm going to have The Nightmare Before Wreck-It Ralph. The back side of these, the front side has a little write-up of each of the heroes, and the back side has these cool iconography things that matches the icons on the cards, I do believe.
Yes.
If those 4 are interesting to you, that is what the chat has picked out for us to play. In addition, the box contains Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Big Hero 6.
I think you still need to see that one.
I still need to see that one. And The Lion King, which I've seen 1.2 billion times. Thanks, Hayden and Brandon.
So, yeah, we're not playing with my classics, which is Aladdin, Lion King, and Beauty and the Beast.
But that's what we did play those the other day when we learned how to play this game. We are going to start out. So shuffle all of your cards together. Notice I have cards from Wreck-It Ralph, and I have cards from Nightmare Before Christmas. So shuffle them all up together and then draw 5 cards to start.
Yes.
We have 3 of these bases out. It's the number of players plus 1 number of bases. So if you're playing a 4-player game, you will have 5 bases out. When we play characters to these bases to try to gain control of them, I am always going to play on the bottom side of these bases where it says Player C. Steph is always going to play on the right side of these bases where it says Player B, so that we can keep track of whose cards are whose.
Yep.
If we had 4 players, we have a player A and a player B, D side that they can sit next to. So on your turn, you're going to do all of your start of turn abilities. Then you're going to play cards. Cards can be character cards or action cards. You can play 1 character, 1 action, or both, or neither. You don't even have to play anything on your turn. Each of the characters and actions might also have abilities. Some of them are ongoing abilities. Special abilities are resolved whenever it says. And talents can be activated once during each of your turns. If it doesn't say any of those things, then it is just an on-play ability, meaning whenever you play the card, that ability will activate. After you're done with your turn, you're going to draw 2 cards. There is no hand limit. I had a stack of cards the other day when I was playing Aladdin and Mulan Smash Up. And then you do any of your end of turn abilities, and then the other player will go. And we are going to go back and forth like this, trying to reach the break point for these bases. So, for example, the Enchanted Castle has a 23 break point. So we are trying to get a total amount of power next to this location equal to or greater than 23. When we've reached that amount, then we are going to score that location. Whoever has the most power is going to get 4 points. Second most power gets 3. The third most power will get 2. Then all of the characters and abilities will go away. That base will go away, and we will deal out another base. Since there's only 2 players, we're only going to be using the 4 and the 3, or the 5-3, the 4 and 2. As you see, some bases are better than others. There was one that was a 3-1-1. There's one that was a 3-3-2, which in a 2-player game, if both of you get 3, it's probably not going to get scored that often, unless you're like real close to winning.
That, or like if you have a really cool card that you put there with a cool ability, I might want to try and score it so you get rid of that card.
Exactly. And you did that to me during our game. So I had a really strong Mulan and you were like, let's score this and I'm going to just lose it. But that gets rid of your character. Yes. So boom.
Yep.
Yes. So when at least one player has 15 or more victory points, most victory points will win.
Yes.
So, and I believe that should be it. There is one timing note. Let's say that this one gets ready to score and it's already past the break point.
Yep.
And one of my abilities says when scoring, you need to do something. You need to take away one of the characters. Even if that lowers it below the break point, we're still going to score that location.
Yep.
So once a base has been triggered, not if it's been triggered in the middle of a turn, but at the end of a turn, if it's been triggered, then it's definitely going to score. All right, there are several game terms and restrictions that are described in the book. If for some reason you need to, if you don't understand one of the terms that is on one of the cards, you can always look in the rule book, and it should do a fairly good job of describing it to you.
I put out a prediction for those who have channel points and want to spend them. You should do that now. Vote for either the girl team, Frozen and Mulan, or I'll just call you the boy team.
I would be the boy because I am the Pumpkin King.
This is true, and Wreck-It Ralph.
Yep, so Jelvia says, go girl team. Did you name it girl team and boy team?
No.
So, they've also got some suggested matchups and tips for play if for some reason you're new at playing. It says Aladdin, good beginning partner factions, Beauty and the Beast, and Nightmare Before Christmas. The weird thing is that it doesn't say necessarily that that they are good partners for each other. For example, if I go to Beauty and the Beast, it says Big Hero 6 and Frozen, but not Aladdin. So it's sort of weird how it doesn't reciprocate like that. Do you think if one's a good partner for the other, then the other would also be a good partner for it?
They're all a good partner for each other. How about that?
That's what I think.
Let's read these things.
Let's read these things.
Spiral Hill.
After this base scores, each player with a character here may return one of their character modifiers from here or from their discard pile to its owner's hand.
Oh, okay. So that's later.
After this base scores, each player may shuffle any number of their modifiers on characters here into their owner's decks. In Enchanted Castle, after the first time you discard a card from your hand during your turn, place a +1 power counter on one of your characters here.
Ooh. Okay. I like that. So we draw 5, right?
We draw 5.
All right. And I do have a character, so I don't get a mulligan. Oh my god, he's so cute.
That's something I forgot to mention. Yeah, you have to have at least one character in your starting hand of 5, or you can mulligan. Alexa, flip a coin.
Okay.
Tails. Looks like I go first. Which is not always good to go first.
So the +1 counters add to the total value of a character.
What's that again? The +1 what were what?
Like, okay, I have this card.
Mm-hmm.
If one of your characters here has 5 or more power,
Mm-hmm.
so could it be a level 2 character with pluses on it?
Yes, because it is considered as having that. But of course, you can't play that and then get someone with 5 power and then trigger that because that's not a talent. That's
right,
an on
that's
playability.
the first thing you do.
Right.
All right, what did she say?
What did she say?
Alexa.
Me.
Okay. That's what Shano says anyway.
Yes. Okay. Ooh.
Wow. Do you want to build a snowman?
So whenever playing a card, you don't have to have a character at the location where you play the card. You can play a card to any location at any time. So that's sort of cool. Wow, I don't like any of these here.
My cards are not comboing well to start the game.
Neither are mine.
That's okay.
I am going to look at another player's hand. I can play an action there or in my hand as an extra action. If it's owned by another player, I have to return it to their hand at the end of the turn.
You can show my hand well to everybody so they can see.
We got some Snowgies. We got some Crikeys or Cricky.
Look at him. I love him.
Do you want to build a snowman? The big summer blowout and prepare to fight.
They're all really great if you have characters in your discard pile or in play. So that does not help you, unfortunately.
None of these help me.
I told you I had a really not a good starting hand.
This is actually good. Place 2 +1 power counters on a character. Problem is I don't have any characters.
You didn't play a character yet.
Didn't play a character yet. So, I can play an action in my hand as an extra action. Well, I don't have an extra action to play, so that's just blah. After I play a base modifier, I can move this character to or from that base to give it +1 power until the end of a turn. It's not great. Now, a lot of times, so we're supposed to move this power around. A lot of times we'll forget.
That is a new feature in this edition that I'm aware of. I don't remember one of these cards in other ones. These trackers.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so as you saw, my hand is not super. I will just do this Snow G.
Snow G. If one of your characters here has 5 or more power, place a +1. It does not.
I will use this action, place 2 +1 counters on a character, and draw a card. And I think that's it. Then I draw 2 cards.
Seems good, I guess.
Ah. All right.
Whoa.
Hello, Scott.
Thanks,
Thank you
Scott.
for that subscription. 15 months.
That's a lot of months.
Well, we're almost at 2 years. It's pretty good.
Yeah, we're getting there. We have over 500 videos. Well,
Yeah.
we're 600
And
now,
we were
probably.
like mid-July when we started. So it's been
we
just about 2 years.
We are right at 2 years.
I don't know how long you've subscribed for.
22 months.
Yeah, so because we had a month of non-streaming where you couldn't actually. Yeah, that's crazy. Shadow! What are those bitties?
Look at all the little puppy bits.
They're so cute! 25 bits.
None of these work. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to pass.
just passing.
Just passed.
Whoa.
There's nothing I can do with these.
All right, let's go for the crikey. If you have another character here, you may play an extra character of power 3 or less.
Mm-hmm.
So does it have to be played to this location or another location?
No, just play an extra character.
Okay, this.
Sven.
He's got a talent.
Move one of your characters to this base, or search your deck and/or discard pile for Kristoff. Reveal it, draw it, and shuffle your deck if you searched for it. So, you gonna search for Kristoff?
Sure. Might as well. I don't know what he does, but I guess they go well together.
I don't know. I mean, I've just got nothing here.
There he is. All right, so I got Kristoff, but I can still play an action in my hand. Action. I will do this. Look at the top 3 cards. What?
You did not.
I played a character, which allowed me to play another character. That's all I've done.
You did not do the thing.
I did. I got Kristoff.
Did not reveal because I didn't see it. Thank you. This character has +2 power if Anna and or Sven are here. Talent, search your deck and or discard pile for Anna or Sven and reveal it and draw it. Dang. And then what?
Action. Look at the top 3 cards in my deck. Draw 1 and place the rest in either my discard pile or top of my deck in any order. Alright, draw 1. Place the rest. They just go there. They're 2 action cards. Then I'm done. I draw 2 cards.
I've got a lot of modifiers.
Wow. I don't have any modifier. Oh, there's a modifier. It does seem like that, Gelfia, that the Frozen wants their characters to come together.
All right. Talent, play a character modifier as an extra action. We're up to 12 here.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Blah. Character modifier.
Wow.
If I control this character, immediately destroy this card and play an extra character of power 3 or less. Otherwise, its controller cannot play characters of power 3 or less here. So that would have just changed. It would have made it so you couldn't play any characters of 3 or less. Talent, if you have a base modifier here, your other characters currently here gain +1 power until the end of the turn. I do not have a base modifier, but that is 3 or less. We're up to 15 out of 25. That's a really high base modifier there. I actually have one more action because this was an extra action. This talent. Play a character modifier from your discard pile as an extra action. Shuffle this card into your deck. Choop. Alright, so this one's character modifier. You cannot play characters of power 3 or less here.
No.
Yes. There you go. And then I should shuffle, and I'm going to draw 2. Your turn.
Alright, let's play Kristoff with Sven. Ongoing. This character is +2 power if Sven is here.
How about a 9?
Talent, search my deck or discard pile for Anna. I will search for Anna, because why not? Free cards in my hand is always good. Anna. Watch her be at the top. Yeah, she was like right near at the top. Alright. So that was Kristoff. I can use his talent to move one of my characters to this base. Sure.
So what are we at here? 11?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah.
So you played a character?
I get to
no
do
action.
an action still. I will base modifier. My characters here cannot be destroyed by other players' cards.
Wow.
Talent, look at the top card of my deck, discard it, or return it.
I think that's just for you, even though it's a base modifier.
I agree.
So.
I draw 2.
Hit me?
Yep.
Talent. Wreck-It Ralph. Talent, play a base modifier here as an extra action or destroy a base modifier here. How about that?
Ouch.
Crunch.
Ruined.
I am going to take Kristoff with a character modifier. I may move this character to another base. This character has 0 power and its abilities are canceled. Destroy this card if another character here has power 5 or more. So yeah, let's throw it way over here to Spiral Hill.
What?
I can move this character to another base.
Yeah.
This character has 0 power. Its abilities are canceled. Destroy this card if another character here has power 5 or more.
Wow.
As is pretty good.
Dang.
Dang, and then I draw up. It's you.
All right. Well, let's see what I can do about that.
So we are currently at 10 here.
All right. This guy's going to move back.
For what? Move one of your characters to this base?
Yeah, for Sven. And
That's nice, but you have no power here. You have no power.
My action will be to character modifier this. Now he's got 6.
I assume that then destroys.
That's what it says.
I'm not sure.
A character here has power 5 or
so
more.
3, 6, 8, 12, 14, 19. That seems.
That's all I did. I did an action and oh, did I not? I didn't play a character. I just moved a character.
You moved a character.
Oh.
Oh no, you did. You played this character modifier.
Yeah, but that's an action. I didn't play a character.
You played an action. Got you.
So we're looking at 1, 2. I could play. Wow. Oh, man. Wow.
Uh-oh.
If you control this character, immediately destroy this card. What? Ongoing. If you control...
Whoa!
Alex!
Hey, Alex!
17 months!
Woohoo!
Thank you for that subscription. We like the subs.
Because they are good to us. Alex subscribed with Prime. For those of you who don't know, you can also subscribe with Prime for free. And that will give you some extra emotes that you can use on the channel. And it supports one of your favorite streamers, Steph.
Yay!
So, what you need to do if you have Amazon Prime, you can link your Amazon and Twitch accounts together, which Amazon owns Twitch, so it's totally safe. And then you can, once your accounts are linked, you can click subscribe. Don't worry about if it says that there's an amount of money on it. It's not going to charge you. It's going to open up this drop down and it'll have a little box, use Prime sub. You'll check that and you will be subscribed to Steph's channel for a whole month. And then after that month is over, you can resubscribe with Prime, or you can subscribe to a whole different streamer and support someone else in the Twitchiverse.
I'll play Mulan.
Thanks, Alex. Mulan!
Talent. If I've placed a +1 counter on this character this turn, play an extra action or draw a card. So that was I played an action and I played a character. I draw 2 cards.
Yep. We're at 20 of 25 here, I think. 4, 7, 9. No, we're not anymore. 4, 7, 9, 11, 13, 18. We're at 18.
Yay, Mulan! I'm Team Frozen and Team Mulan. Girl team.
Let's see this.
Michael's playing with Wreck-It Ralph and the Nightmare Before Christmas decks. Now, I could have ended this, but I kind of like having all my people in play. And I don't think Michael will overtake me with points, but maybe.
Maybe.
That's why I didn't end that.
You don't think I'm going to overtake you, but you don't know.
No Moana or Lilo and Stitch. Sad. That's true. I think Moana would have been a cool choice to have as part of this. I actually have never seen Lilo and Stitch, so I probably should do that at some point. I did see Emperor's New Groove, which was around the same time, I think, as Lilo and Stitch.
Place a character modifier from your discard pile as an extra action. Shuffle this card into my deck. So, if I put a character modifier on Sven, does he have 0 plus 3, or how does that work?
Can you have more than one character modifier on a character?
Well, that's an excellent question. I believe so, but I'm going to check. It does not say.
So you probably can. I mean, I would say it negates all of the cards on there, I guess.
I mean, I could just do it here. And I destroy this card if another character has 5 or more. So she has 0. It's back down to 13.
Wow. Wow. That's like rude.
No, that's what happens.
You have all the character modifiers.
And I shuffle this into my deck. Winter Surprise. I'm going to do that a lot this game, it seems.
It does.
I'm going to play this Fix-It Felix.
There's a junior after his name.
Junior. It's up to 22, I think. 9, 12, 15, 17, 20. Well, now I'm getting 21. 17, 21. 21 of 23.
Okay.
Oh, no. 23. It's going to score. +2 if Anna or Sven are here. Okay, so now this one is scoring. I have a special. I may play this before a base scores. Move one of my cards from the scoring base instead of 2. Move up to 2 of your cards from one base to another base. So I'm going to move this down here.
God.
It's already triggered, so you're going to get 4 points. I'm going to get 3 points. 1, 2, 3. You take your 4 points. Escape pod! Woo!
That's not good for me.
Felix goes to the discard pile. All of these go to the discard pile.
Yeah.
Enchanted Castle disappears. Do we have enough down here now? 5, 8, 12, 14, 16, 18, 23.
0.
Oh, no. Not 23. 18.
Are you quite done?
Yeah, I'm going to have to be. I'm out of cards. What's this? SFit Robotics Lab. Characters here with power counters have +1 power.
What?
Did you get Hippocrates yet, Steph?
I did not. I would like to play that. Alright, so.
If Steph and I were to tie, we would take the first and second place, combine them together, split them up.
Alright, let's get Anna into play.
Anna!
Search my deck and or discard pile for Elsa or Krista.
No! What the crap?
Hey! Reveal it and draw it. Done. Ongoing, your other characters here cannot be
Destroyed by your other player's cards. Wow. Wow, let's let that one score real quick, too.
Nope.
Yep.
Okay, so now
I think we should do that.
Let's see. What am I doing? What's this? Oh, I don't have that. Okay, fine. All right, group training. Place a +1 counter on each of my characters.
Whoa.
Seems good. So that's a 5 now. That goes away, right?
Yep.
Cool. So that might have triggered it.
5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15, 18, 20, 25. I get 5, you get 3.
Yeah, I wanted that to happen because
And I shuffle this into my deck.
I didn't want him to have all of these cards.
Yeah.
And this base is at 4, 5, 6.
Why 6? Oh, yeah. I see.
I don't know where to put the other one.
Where what? I put it over here.
Okay. All right.
Sultan's Palace. After the first time you play a character here, each turn draw a card.
Oh.
It me.
Yes, I'm done. I draw 2 cards. Let it go.
Reveal the top 3 cards of my deck. If there are any character modifiers, draw one. Place the rest on top or bottom of deck in any order.
Ooh.
Character, action. None of them character modifiers. I'm going to look at my hand here. I'm going to put them all on top in this order. And then I'm going to put this base modifier. Talent, if I have a character here, draw a card. Don't mind if I do. Oh, after the first time I play a character here, each turn, draw a card. I'll do that too. All right, seems like that's all I've got. This is up to a whopping 2.
Okay. So it's me then.
You then.
Alright, I'm gonna do this. If one of my characters here it has 5 or more power, place a +1 token on it.
Okay. So you're at 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Are you gonna do it? There you go.
Yes, and then my action will be. Where is it? Do you want to build a snowman?
I did not draw my 2 cards at the end of the thing.
Play Olaf, Marshmallow, or Snow G from my discard pile as an extra character.
No. So 4 more.
I mean, that's not so bad.
That seems really good.
Draw 2.
I should probably get something up there. Reveal the top 3 cards of my deck. If there are any character modifiers, draw one. Looks like a base modifier. What do we got here? Put that on top, put these on bottom. All right, now I should play an action. I have a character here. I'm going to draw a card. Can I see those discarded bases, please?
Sure.
All right, and throw that back up there. That seems good. All right. This is Jack-o'-lantern in the box. If I control this character, draw an additional card before the end of my turn. Otherwise, if it were played on you, you may not add additional cards to your hand during your turn. Ooh, that would be so bad. I might actually do that.
No.
That seems really good to do to you.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I like that. I'm going to do that on Anna. You can't add additional cards to your hand during your turn. That's so good. Make sure that that thing scores at some point. Yeah, it seems really good. I'm going to draw 2 cards.
What? No. Slap a dislike.
So, what? Does that mean you don't get your draw 2 cards?
I don't know.
I also don't know. What is that called? That is called what? Jack in the box, right? Jack. Except for the 2 cards in the draw 2 cards phase.
All right, so I just can't draw.
Any cards that an ability tries to send to their hand are discarded instead.
All right, action. I'm going to destroy one of my characters to play another character from my discard pile.
as an extra character. Destroy Anna. Destroy her. Do it, destroy her.
No.
No. Destroying a Snoji?
Yeah, for Mulan.
Whoa. If you have placed a +1 counter, blah, 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 blah.
The blah, blah, blah. And so my character that I will play, that was
So
an
you
action.
did not draw it to your hand.
No, I played it.
To play another character from your discard pile. So you're at 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17.
I will, as my person, I'll play Mushu.
You may place a +1 power counter on another character here.
So
Play an extra action.
I can play an extra action.
I believe it's a 20. We will recount if you need it.
I'm going to prepare to fight. Place 2 +1 counters on a character. I don't get to draw a card though.
That puts a 23. You do draw a card and discard it.
Oh, sure. I think it's more than that. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, plus
24.
That's exactly what we needed.
Whoa. They wipe.
They wipe.
Discard a 1, take a 5.
Yep.
Wipe all that.
Unfortunately, but that's fine. That was a mean thing you had there.
Yes, it was.
Draw 2 cards.
We're coming close to the end.
Oh yeah.
How about 12? You've got 11.
If you can get these 3 points, it's over.
Well, I've only got 2 on it, so.
That's true. Sorry, what does that say?
The dump. When a base modifier on another base goes to the discard pile, move it to here instead. After this base scores, each player may return one of their base modifiers to its owner's hand. I love it. It's great for me.
They're terrible.
It's fantastic for me.
All your bases are coming out.
All your base are belong to me.
My bases didn't come out at all.
I played a character here. I'm going to draw a card.
Like the Ice Palace.
I'm going to draw a card. I'm going to draw a bunch of cards.
Ugh.
Whoa.
Oh, Forbidden City would have been great.
I'm going to wreck it.
Are you?
Yeah, it's a base modifier. This base's breakpoints reduced by 3.
No.
Talent. This base's abilities are canceled till the start of my next turn. Meaning, you don't draw cards for it. It's up to a whopping 5. Surely you can beat that. Technically 6 because of this, but it's only till the end of my turn. So I draw 2.
Whoa.
Whoa.
All right, what am I doing?
Don't know.
Kristoff. He's gonna ongoing talent search my deck or discard for Anna.
Here we go. Here's the rush.
Trying. Gotta try. Let me see if I can do anything. No, that's not great. Alright, this action says each player reveals a character from... No.
No.
I don't want
No.
It's not as good as I thought.
Whoa. What's this?
I'll do Let It Go.
Let it go.
Look at the top 3 cards of my deck, draw one and place the rest in my discard or on top of my deck in any order.
Seems good.
Yeah, that's what I want. And then at the end of my turn, I draw 2, and I'll draw those 2.
Mm-hmm. Done?
Yeah. I'll discard that. Okay. Oh. Dragon Cannon.
Whoa. Alright, character modifier. If I control this character, it has +3 power. Otherwise, it has -2 power. I do control him, so that's going to be... I'm up to 8. I'm going to play a character here at 0. This character has +3 power if I control any character modifiers here. I do, actually. So that's up to 11.
Oh no, can he do it?
If I have a character here, draw a card. I played a character here, I'm drawing a card. This base's abilities are canceled till the start of my next turn. Alright, I played 2. So drawing 2.
Are any of these characters 3 or less?
These 2 are 3 or less.
Alright, I kill this one. Destroy a character powered 3 or less.
Oh, wait a second.
Okay.
This was up to 14. I was 1 point away. If I have a base modifier here, my other character, it was up to 13. So that's a good one to kill because it gives +1 power to my characters.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was good.
If I can kill that one, yeah. Let's see. I will play.
So we're down to like 8, I believe. 2, 5, 8, yeah. You just dragon cannoned me.
Yep. Gotta slow you down somehow.
Mm-hmm. You're in the same position I was in the other day.
I'll just play Anna.
Anna.
That goes to what, 16 or 10?
16?
10. Try 10.
Yeah, try 10.
I guess I'm done. Can he do it?
Yeah, I think I can.
No.
Ongoing, if I control a character modifier here, your characters here have +1 power. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6. 8 and 6 is 14. I played a character. I'm going to draw a card. I have a character here. Draw a card. Do I have one thing I can play?
No.
Oh my goodness.
No. It looks like this is on this base.
I can't put them all in. Yes, I've got it.
No.
This is freaking hilarious. What am I at now? I've got 14 with all this. 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14. And you've got 10 up there? This is a base modifier. If there are 4 or more characters here, destroy this card. There's not. Name a faction. Move all characters of that faction to here. Frozen.
No! Do I have the most power?
You have 10, I have 14. So the answer would be no.
Wait! Ah! I didn't know you had things like that. I have a card that doesn't allow you to move me.
You mean that card you should have played already?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, that was like 15 to 13.
Oh.
Well, just let it go.
No.
So you beat me the other day.
I did.
You destroyed me, actually.
Oh my god.
But does it go to 11?
I didn't want to go to Sultan's palace.
Come here, Frozen. I'm gonna wreck it.
Yeah, you are. Oh my goodness. Choose outcome, Michael.
Who wins?
Somebody's
Who
happy.
wins?
So that is Smash Up. The
Marvel,
Disney.
not Marvel, Disney edition.
We did
You know what?
play
There
the
is a Marvel edition.
We did play that one on stream.
Disney owns Marvel, so
That's
it
right.
could be 10 versus 100. So somebody did end up with a lot of
Extras.
extra channel points. Though you can bet more than 10. You might not know this.
So it's really easy to pull out this game and play it. You just smash up 2 decks together. And go at
I
it.
was really worried about your Christoph, Anna, Sven pulling out of the discard pile. You were pulling little Snogies out of the discard
But
pile.
I couldn't play them fast enough.
No, because you can only play one at a time. That's the problem.
With the other deck I played yesterday, I had Beauty and the Beast. It allowed me to like play things from my hand extra. So I was getting a couple characters down every turn, and that was really good comboing. So I was able to win with Beauty and the Beast Simba, Lion King smash up.
So I think Nightmare has all the character modifiers. Wreck-It Ralph has a ton of base modifiers. So I'm sitting there modifying everything.
Yep.
And when I'm seeing the areas come out that are good, that are like really beneficial for modifiers, I'm like, yeah. So, yeah.
So that's cool. I like the movies that they picked. I think that's fun. And yeah, if you're a fan of Smash Up, or if you're a fan of Disney, this would be a good one to add to the collection.
Absolutely. For any Disney fan, any Smash Up fan. So,
for
yeah.
sure.
I know that. So they have base Smash Up. They've got Marvel Smash Up. They got Disney Smash Up. What else is there?
Oh, there's so many.
Is there?
Well,
a bunch?
AEG has like a whole bunch of like a whole different like line of like factions, like goblins and
Smash Up Marvel, Smash Up Disney.
pirates. And
Smash Up It's Your Fault. What? Smash Up What Were We Thinking? An eclectic mix of new factions. Grandmas, explorers, teddy bears, and rock stars.
That is an eclectic mix of grandmas.
Smash Up Oops, You Did It Again.
Britney Spears.
Oops, you did it again. Not I did it
Wow.
again. What is this one? Vikings, Cowboys, Samurai, and Egyptians.
I like Egyptians. I think that'd be fun.
Smash Up the bigger, geekier box, which re-implements Smash Up the Big Geeky Box.
Oh. I know that there's a lot of different smash ups.
Because the original one could only accommodate up through the obligatory Cthulhu set. So this one might go to 11. What else do we have? Smash Up Munchkin. Smash Up Cease and Desist that has Astronauts, Changerbots, Star Roamers, and Ignobles. Smash Up Sheep.
Sheep?
It's a promotional item from AEG.
Nice.
Smash Up Science Fiction. Ooh, double feature.
You have to say it just like that.
Well, I mean, it doesn't have the ooze in there, but I mean, Rocky Horror Picture Show, you have to. I'm a big fan, so Smash Up World Tour, Smash Up Big in Japan, Pretty Smash Up,
Pretty smash.
Pretty Smash Up.
Hey, thanks for subscribing.
Hey, thanks for subscribing. Mortex with Prime too.
Excellent.
See, Mortex knows how to do it. Smash Up All Stars. It's a single faction that has previously released minions and actions from other Smash Ups. Smash Up World Tour Culture Shock. Smash Up Titans. Smash Up Awesome Level 9000. Smash Up 10th Anniversary, the obligatory Cthulhu set. Smash Up Monster Smash. Smash Up Penguins?
Alex says, not my style of game, too much attacking, still a fun game. Horna says, pretty Smash Up is highly underrated. I'm curious as to what that is all about.
I'm gonna go look. Where's Pretty Smash Up?
Hornets also says that
Kitty cats. Princesses, kitty cats, fairies, and mythical horses.
Hornets also says sheep was a promo deck, like you said.
Yes. Smash Up That 70s expansion, which has vigilantes, kung fu fighters, truckers, and disco dancers.
So basically there's a whole bunch of Smash Up that if it's basically you can
Smash Up
find something.
Goblins.
You can find a Smash Up deck for basically any person.
Smash Up Knights of the Round Table.
Nah, that'd be fun.
I mean,
I knew that there were goblins for some reason. I did say that. I'm like, there's goblins. There's probably pirates.
there's many.
What was the original Smash Up? It had like aliens and pirates and.
There are many more than I thought.
Oh yeah.
There are like many more.
No, I knew that there was a lot. I just haven't played them all yet.
And there's an app?
But I knew
What?
I knew I had to play the Disney edition because obviously Disney. The best. It's the best. Mythical horses or My Little Pony. AKA My Little Pony. All right.
I mean, it seems. So, the science fiction double features time travelers, cyborg apes, super spies, and shapeshifters. I mean, it looks like a bunch of awesome little 4-group sets.
Horna says the app is not very good, just a clunky UI.
Oh,
So
sorry to hear that.
That is, I haven't played it, so I have no thought about it, but that is a comment.
The original set is zombies,
Yes.
pirates,
Yes. Aliens.
dinosaurs, and
Oh yeah, dinosaurs.
and is it aliens?
Definitely aliens.
No, there are 8 different factions.
Yeah. It was one of the first games I bought.
Alien, ninja, pirate, dinosaur.
This came out like right after I started playing board games all the time. So I've always had this like as part of like my history, if you will, like of board games. Like, oh yeah, Smash Up. So it's always just been there. Oh yeah, robots. That's right.
Ah, got it.
Leprechaun.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely
Check it
worth
out.
checking out.
Yeah.
Smash Up Disney Edition from the Op and AEG. Check it out.
We'll be right back.